Hi ladies, I'm here to talk to you today about Jamberry nail application and a little bit about nail prep. I just took off my jams, and the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to wash your hands, your nail beds really well with like Dawn dish soap. Any type of dish soap is going to work pretty well to get rid of all those oils that are on your skin. So the first thing that you want to do after you've washed your hands and you've gotten rid of those oils is you're going to want to prep your nails. The first thing you're going to want to do is, I just have a simple orange stick here. That's what I prefer to use. It does a really great job pushing back those cuticles. And you want to make sure that you push those back really, really well. The reason for that is because any type of cuticle growth on the nail can actually affect the longevity wear of the wrap. So you want to make sure that your nails are free and clear of that before you put those on. So after I have pushed back my cuticles, it's just like this, and gotten rid of any growth that's on there. Once you actually do this often, it becomes less of a task to get rid of any cuticle growth that's on your nail and to prep those. It becomes a lot quicker. So after I've done that, you then want to clean that. We're going to use these two fingers here to demonstrate today. So what you want to do is you just want to clean them with your cleaner of choice. Some people like to use just some alcohol wipes or some rubbing alcohol and a cotton ball. You can use nail polish remover. Some people use acetone. It's up to you what you want to use. You can use vinegar. A lot of people like to use that because it doesn't have any chemicals in it. So in order to clean that, what you want to do is just grab a cotton ball. You want to put your favorite cleaner on it, which I've done. I prefer to use a non-acetone nail polish remover. Just make sure that it does not have moisturizers in it, because again, that's going to put those oils into that nail, which you don't want. So I'm just going to clean this really, really well. Okay. And once I have cleaned, you want to make sure that that nail is dry before you apply those jams. So we're going to allow that to dry for just a moment. And here I have my jams. I've already applied these 4 fingers here, and we're going to go ahead and just apply these two to show you 2 different application methods today. So the first one that I'm going to show you is our standard warm application method. The process of doing that, you're going to need your nail scissors, you're going to need a file, and you're going to need, again, your orange stick or some tweezers will work as well. So my nails are dry now, and I have my Jamberry mini heater. It's already turned on and ready to go. So what I'm going to do is, it's on clear here, so it's really easy to tell which size works best for your nails. I know for me, this size here works best for my middle finger, so that's what I'm going to use. And you can do this a couple different ways. I like to save some that's in the middle so that I can save those for maybe some toes later on if I want to give myself a pedicure. So otherwise, you can just cut the wrap in half, like it's already cut in half. You can just simply use the other half, but I like to actually have some of that left over. So I'm just going to cut as much as I need. Just like this. And then as you can see, I'm not touching the wrap. You want to make sure that you are not touching the back of that wrap, because that's going to, again, put oils on the wrap. And then simply just heat this up. You can see it starts to bend and get flexible. So you see that right there. Okay, and then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to place that directly onto your nail. And you want to get as close to the cuticle as you can without actually touching the cuticle. You absolutely don't want this wrap touching your skin. So you just want to run to either side. And I like to just stick my finger in that heat one more time, and then I like to use my cuticle pusher here. And then just run that along. You want to make sure that there aren't any bubbles or creases. You want to just make sure you have a lot of pressure. The better seal that you have on these wraps, the better application is going to look and the longer you're going to be able to wear them. I can usually get between 2 and 3 weeks of wear out of my jams before the grow out starts driving me crazy and I have to actually change them, but my edges are still looking good. I could probably wear them longer than that if I didn't have that grow out driving me nuts the way that it does. Okay, so now that I've applied that, I'm just gonna wait for that to cool, and then we'll file it down. So while that's cooling, we're gonna go ahead and apply our other finger here. So this next size down is the size that I'm gonna want for that next finger. And again, I just kind of bend it a little bit just so it comes up. And then I'm just gonna cut. Grab my orange stick here. Again, not touching the wrap, making sure that that stays clear of having oils transferred. And again, we're just going to place this right on top of the nail. As you can see, I didn't heat it up beforehand. This is called the cold application method. So again, I'm just going to smooth this out. Now remember that when you're choosing sizes of your Jamberry wraps, that is always best to go a tad bit smaller than to go bigger, because the second you start going bigger, that wrap is going to be touching your skin and you're not going to get a good seal on it. Therefore, it absolutely is not going to stay as long. So after I've applied that to my finger, I'm just going to put that in the heat and let that warm up and let that adhesive activate. So after that feels a little warm, I'm going to go ahead and again, just run my cuticle pusher along this. You can do this with your finger. I prefer to use my Jamberry cuticle pusher that came in the application kit. I really love using this tool. So I'm just gonna make sure that I got a really good seal with a lot of pressure on that. I'm gonna put that in the heat one more time just to make sure that that adhesive is activated. When you put it on cold, it works great for maneuvering the actual wrap. And having more control over where it's placed, because it doesn't get bent and flexible when it goes into the heat. But at the same time, you're not activating that adhesive directly. So I like to put it in the heat a couple times. And there we go. So after I do that, this one's cool. So we're going to go ahead and just file in a 90-degree angle here. Make sure that you aren't going side to side, that you're just going straight down. And there we go, that filed right off here. And we're just going to do the same thing. And there we go. We're getting close here. There we go. And there we go. I'm going to go ahead and finish these up. Thanks, ladies. Have a great day.